Howdy, twin. What is going on? That's good to hear. It's good to hear. I'm doing well as expected. Right. My soul brother twin is in the house. What house are you talking about? I'm talking about the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the host of this program known here on social media. I'm the mighty one, Angel Snub 7. I am also your soul brother number 1. I want to do a very short part 2. We spoke earlier about this evil plan of black depopulation. Now, in part 1, we came to the conclusion that this black genocide talk in America, this black depopulation talk in America, is a scare tactic used by pro-black folks. The same way in religion they use scare tactics, telling you you're going to go to hell and the wicked are doing this and the wicked doing that against you, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you notice, in the early days of Christianity, it is written that the early Christians was tortured, they were killed, they was treated, they were in prison. You don't see that among Christians today, unless they go to a foreign country, they go to a foreign place, and they are told, we're not interested in your Jesus, and they want to try to force Jesus and still want to come and force their religion on people. So they end up shot up, kidnapped, beheaded, or whatever. You don't see nothing happening to these Christians. They put on their pretty clothes every Sunday, go to church, scream and holler, fall out on the floor. When church, stop by Church's Chicken, or Popeye's Chicken rather, pick up a few hot and spicy sandwiches. All praise is due to God. Our sister Noble calls this fear-based consciousness. They are playing with your emotions so they can trap you on their slave plantation. And for thousands of years, this tactic works because people don't really think. They don't think. Well, if you don't want to think, this is not the place to be. If you don't want to think, this is not the place. If you don't want to use your mind, if you don't want to use your brain, this is not the place to be. And this is the reason why you cannot comprehend what is being said here. Fear-based conscience. It's not really religion, but it's the same premise. They're using fear to control you. See, those that come here, we don't scare that easy. We don't scare that easy. And we are critical thinkers, and your ghosts and your goblins and your spirits, and I don't care, even your guns, nobody is impressed. So what? This is not to say we don't fear, but you're not going to control us with fear. And you're not going to trick us and deceive us with fear. In part one, I also talked about children. And in prior videos, I talked about single parents and two-parent households. It's not about, of course, the two-parent household is a beautiful thing. It's about quality. If you have a quality mama, if you're a single father, if you're a quality father, you can raise your children, whether it be boy or girl. Female animals do it every day. They raise, female animals raise male and female and don't have a problem. None of their babies are transgender. None of their babies have a problem with their sexual orientation. Now, it's about the quality of the parent. Now, it's not about how many children you have. It's about the quality of the children that we have. If you produce 100 children and 99 turn out to be a trash, they're no benefit to you. How does that benefit your family? How does that benefit society when most of them are going to jail? They're going to be in a gang, dope fiends, blah, blah, blah. But if you concentrate on the quality of a child so that they may avoid the pitfalls that will cause them to go in that direction, then that one child is more of a benefit to you than the other 99 that's here, but they are no benefit to you or your nation or the community. I want to make a point. I just want to make a point. You live in a 2-bedroom apartment, okay? I would say the maximum that you might be able to have in a 2-bedroom apartment, let's just say 6 people, okay? 6 6 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. At the max. Let's just say at the max. To try to live comfortable, okay? What happens when you add number 7 and 8 and 9 and 15 and 20? This is a 2-bedroom apartment, and you have 20, 30 people in it. Now, these could be people that you like. I'm gonna say this again. Okay, you got 20 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, people sleeping on the floor, wherever they can find, blah, blah, blah. You got 20 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. Hey, what's up there, Earth, man? I want to make a point here. And you like these people. You like the 20 people that you with. It's not like you don't like them. Their family, their cousins, or whatever. Y'all so in love. Oh, I love my cousin. I love my uncle. 20 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. 10 people per bed. Okay? Now look. You don't think sooner or later, because of overcrowding, because of limited resources, people can't use the bathroom, they can't use the kitchen, they're limited in what they can do? You think this is not going to cause conflict? And you love each other. Because, you know, people snore, you know, people pass gas, you know, people got their own little habits. You was saving a piece of fried chicken, and one of your cousins in the house ate your fried chicken. Problems are going to arise when you put too many people in a space. And even though you have all this space, you can't sleep on the ceiling, you can't sleep in the sink, you're limited in the space that you got. Man, will you shut up? What point? What point are you trying to make? Well, I want to make this point to us, okay? Look, in the blackity-black community, in the pro-black community, there is a delusion that the earth can handle a never-ending supply of human beings. Because there's a lot of earth. And since this earth is so big, human beings should be able to just spit babies out constantly. Spit, spit, spit. The earth is big, but you got a big problem on your hands. You can't drink salt water. You can only drink fresh water. So that means the more people you have on this planet, the more people that need that water. You live in an environment where you got idiots that's poisoning and they're messing up your drinking water. But at the same time, you steady making human beings They are doing the same thing to the land. They're poisoning the land. They're poisoning the air. You cannot breathe carbon dioxide. You cannot breathe carbon monoxide. Your air is becoming less and less pure, and you got more human beings coming on this planet that need food and air and water. The pro-black people tell me, and they tell you, have as many babies as you want. In religion, it says, that Adam got orders from God to populate the earth. Now, mind you, according to religious teachings, or to this story, there was only 2 people on the planet. Remember? So of course, you need to be fruitful and multiply. There's only 2 of y'all on the damn planet. You looking at 5 billion people. You looking at 5 billion people in 2020. 5 billion people that need food and water and shelter. They need the resources. So it goes back to 20 people living in a 2-bedroom house. You got 5 billion people and growing on this planet, and this house can only support a certain amount of life. The human being is the only life form on this planet that does not have a natural predator. Grasshoppers have natural predators, mice have natural predators, birds, elephants. Everything on this planet has something to keep the population in check because resources are limited. When an animal or when a life form overconsume an area, they are looking at their own demise. I was talking with Sister Noble, and we was discussing the extinction of the human being. The present mindset, regardless of race, the current mindset of the human being, and our failure to check our own population is leading in a direction to disaster. You ain't going extinct no time soon. Why are we having all these babies and our resources are dwindling? You have these big boats in the ocean. They are trying to fish every little crab, every little tuna, everything they can find. These fish cannot reproduce as fast as these suckers are taking them out the ocean. It's just a matter of time, and they are even talking about it's happening right now. The fish are getting smaller and smaller because they're not living long enough to breed. And the fish they are getting are immature fish, barely able to breed. Oil is a fossil fuel. Our current lifestyle is based on oil. It's running out. Your fresh water is getting lower and lower. These are things that pro-blacks don't talk about. We are putting a strain on the earth's resources. But see, you don't have to worry. The earth don't have to worry about nothing. Because nature we want to go back to my example. And I want to send this message to the races because I do believe, because they know it's too many people on the earth. And so I wouldn't be shocked if those in power are in the back room trying to figure a way. We need to get rid of some of these folks. They should never have been here to begin with. Do you know why all this happened? All this happened because of slavery. Chattel slavery and economic slavery. Rulers in the world, regardless of race, they want servants. They're not interested in developing the best human being they can develop. They're interested, I want a lot of folks who can serve me. They're looking for slaves. They was doing this in Africa, in Europe, in Asia. The rulers looking for slaves. And so, when you're looking for slaves, when you're looking for farm animal, you want your chickens to produce and have as many chickens as possible. You want your pigs to have as many pigs as possible and cows. And when you're a slave owner, you want your slaves to have as many slave babies as possible. Or if you are Microsoft, or if you are McDonald's, you need slave labor to work your plantation. And you don't care anything about the quality. The only thing you care about is the quantity, so that you can, because it don't take much to flip a hamburger. It don't take much to be in a factory and put on a car tire. I just need some slaves from my plantation. To make my clothes. Adult labor, child labor, makes no difference. As long as a slave. This is why we have so many people on the planet. Because you live in a society that was in need and still function on slavery. All over the world, the world functions on slavery. And that's why your Bible and Quran, they don't like to talk about it, but they advocate slavery. The God himself or herself looking for slaves. Serve me. Just believe in me. You are never equal to me, even though I'm your father, this God says. I'm your father, but I don't want you equal to me, because if you believe you equal to me, you're going to want to do your own thing. I can't make a slave out of you because you become a god yourself. And we can't have that. I need a slave. Religion is about slavery. You have the preachers and the pastors, they are the slave masters, and you have those in the congregation, they are the slaves. Now, they trick you because they say that the preacher is supposed to be a shepherd. But you want to know something? A shepherd is a slave owner too. A shepherd is a slave owner. The sheep are not free to do what they want. You got a shepherd that keep them in check according to the will of the shepherd, not according to the will of the sheep. You can be a shepherd and the sheep can be doing their own thing. Tracy said they're more like pimps. Yes, they are. A prostitute is nothing but a slave. The pimp is the slave owner. Some of us become slaves to drugs, alcohol. Some of us become slaves to Popeye's chicken sandwich, you know? But the point I want to make in part 2 here is, and I don't suggest trying to kill 5 billion people, 3 billion people. I'm not trying to suggest that at all. We as human beings, we cannot go around here just breeding, spitting babies out with limited resources. And you think that you're gonna live a happy life. You are on the road to disaster. Listening to these pro-black, blackity-black, delusional ass folks. You are on the road to nowhere. You are on the road to disaster. You cannot continue to be spitting children out for no reason. What is the purpose of having all these people on the planet? I just want to know. What's the purpose? Except you want to make a slave out of people. What is the purpose? There is no purpose. You want to beat some up. You want to feel better than some of them. Some of them are homeless. Some of them are starving. They live a horrible life. What's the purpose of us being here if you're gonna do, the only reason why we are born is to suffer? We was born to be somebody else's slave. If that's all the purpose of my life is, to be the benefit of somebody else, I would rather you had been merciful upon my soul and aborted me. I'd rather been aborted. Being a slave is not life. Living in a car, homeless on the street, is not life. Being a drug addict and a prostitute is not life. Living with racists, you're not living life. Being born with a bunch of incompetent racist wannabes that can't accomplish a damn thing, a true embarrassment, it's not life. These pro-black folks talk all this God stuff and whatever, and can't produce nothing. God is a producer. They say God can only speak. Be, and it is. The only thing these cats do is speak. Can you donate to my Cash App? Can you donate to my GoFundMe? That's the only speaking they know how to do. And sell you false hopes and dreams. And because of our pitiful lives that we lead, we hold on to these dreams. One day, Elijah gonna come back and save me. One day, Jesus gonna come and take me out of this, take me to glory. This is what you live for. You live for just to believe in fantasy. That's all you live for. I have seen so many people in my lifetime go to their grave believing in Jesus. They went to their grave believing in Elijah Muhammad or Allah or some other deity. That's how they went to their grave. We have been taught these lies and this falsehood for thousands of years. You should want to get out of it, and you should want something better for the babies you have produced. We have to understand the reality of what we're dealing with and get out of this fantasy world. Just like the 2-bedroom apartment with 20 people living in it. And remember, you like the people. Now, what happens if you was in a 2-bedroom apartment with 20 people and you don't like them? Y'all can't get along. Do you know also that overcrowding causes problems? Overcrowding causes famine. Overcrowding causes rape and murder and a lot of the ills that we talk about. Don't you know that? I believe it's on YouTube and you can find it. They did an experiment with rats. As long as the rats had proper food, proper water, proper space, they was doing real good. But then when the population started increasing and they started facing overcrowding, everything started to change. The environment became more violent. You could tell the rats was suffering from mental stress, from living in a violent society. Their fur started falling out. The beautiful environment turned into chaos because of overcrowding. There's only so many human beings this planet can handle. You're getting ready to do, you're really gonna have a problem on your hands. I want to say this also to those who might be planning the deaths of maybe 1 billion or so people because they understand about overcrowding. Your next problem is going to be if you kill so many people like that at one time, what are you going to do with all these bodies? You cannot put all these bodies. Where are you going to dump them? How are you going to get rid of them? Put them in the ocean? Now you creating another problem. In nature, there is balance. Nature don't worry about that. When there are too many decomposing bodies, too many dead bodies in one particular area, it causes disease. It creates disease. So you trying to get rid of 1 billion or 2 billion people or whatever in your evil ass mind, you actually gonna be creating another problem. And let me tell you something, you evil son of a gun. You trying to kill and murder other people, and when you're trying to do that, you create other diseases, and guess what? Those diseases can kill you. So you putting people in a grave, you might as well be saving that same grave for yourself. In religion, the Quran says they plan, but Allah is the best planner. You seek to murder and kill others, you want to save yourself. Yeah, 1 billion people need to die, but it's not going to be my people. So if I'm white, the first people that need to die is dark-skinned people. Or if I'm black, we need to get rid of all the white folks. See how insane these people are? Racist. The Caucasians are actual racists, and then you have these Negro, blackity-black folks. They think the same way they do. And if we follow, and if we continue to follow these people and their mindset, we don't have to worry about too much of nothing. Because just like my sister Noble and I was talking about, the human being is on our way to extinction, and maybe that's a good thing, because you're too damn dumb to be alive. Yeah, I said it. You're too intelligent. You're supposed to be an intelligent life form, but the things the human beings do is mighty, mighty stupid and dumb. So you too damn dumb to be alive. And the only thing human beings do is take. What do human beings give to nature? The only thing you do is take. The only thing we do is take. We never give. Destroy, murder, poison, kill. It's just a matter of time before the human being destroys themselves. And maybe that's a good thing. And finally, the raccoon and the deer and the bear and all the other life forms can finally have peace. These intelligent idiots is gone, out the way. Intelligent idiots. There's an old saying, too smart for your own good. That's the problem with human beings. Too smart for your own good. You are on your way to self-extinction. You know, that's really embarrassing. Because most of the animals on this planet, they went into extinction because of natural disasters or changes in the environment or whatever. It's really embarrassing that you go extinct because you're stupid. Because you're stupid. I mean, that's just the bottom line. The human being went extinct because they stupid. Wow. It's mind-boggling. Well, on that note, I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in, share that with you. Hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I really doubt it. Because common sense tells you that a space can only handle so much. Common sense tells you that. There's only so much water on the planet. And it goes through a recycling period. You can't drink salt water. Oh, well, who was that? Somebody say RBG is worse than the coronavirus. You're right. Actually, all this pro-blackness stuff is worse than the coronavirus. But I just wanted to give I just wanted to give us something to talk about. I would like for you to support our sister Noble. Check out her website, ancientcreationmyths.com, as well as her YouTube channel, Sister Noble. Take a listen to our brother Taalik. He's Eric Bell on YouTube, and our brother Gary Cuckoo Cutter, and our dark-skinned activist friend Sister Rashida Strober. Check our people out. But one thing for sure, brothers and sisters, we cannot continue on this path. Not only is it a path to nowhere, but it is a path to our extinction, not only as black folks or African, you're looking at extinction. Like King Noble said, subscribe, like, whatever you feel you want to do. Y'all know I don't trip. So, until next time, as important, I wish us love, peace, and soul.